Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Gonna do a quick little review today on what it's like living with a C6 Corvette in 2023. We'll get in, take it for a quick drive, and we'll walk through it and see how enjoyable it is to actually own it, some of the things I like about it, and you'll get to hear about the ownership experience. So come on, let's go. One of the worst parts about it. Today, take my my C6 Corvette out for probably one of the last drives of the year. It's one of my favorite cars I've ever owned. Kind of sad to put it away for the winter, but we're gonna enjoy the drive. This car overall, for the amount of time I had it, I bought it in April, and now it's we're about 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and it's been honestly a great little car. I bought it while prices were a little bit high, but I always wanted a Corvette. I knew the prices were a little bit high in the market currently. It just it is what it is. I paid $24,000. It had 66,000 miles on it when I bought it. I feel like I got a pretty good deal though. It's an LS2 car. It's an 07. Still has a V8 in it. Still has 400 horsepower. And it still has the important thing to me, the manual transmission. That was a non-negotiable for me. But driving this thing, I drive it, between 4 and 6 times a week probably. It really just kind of depends on what I have to do. It's a daily for me, but I don't need it daily, as silly as that may sound. I work out of my house, and the only thing I really need a car for is to take my son to childcare and to go to the gym. This is not a good vehicle for that. However, he is not big enough to ride in it yet. But my daughter is, and she absolutely loves it. But it's a real fun car to drive as far as that standpoint. Practicality, yeah, it's people say Corvettes are really practical. I guess it just depends on who you are. For me, it's more of fun. It's more of a weekend thing. Like, I'm driving it tonight just because it's one of the last times this year I'll get to enjoy it. So I would love to drive it daily. It's just for my lifestyle, unfortunately, it's not feasible. I need someone with a back seat and maybe 4 doors even. So I have an Audi wagon that I drive in addition to this, and also a BMW X3 that I'll show you guys at another time. But no, this has been a good car. It's I had my first little maintenance issue with it. Well, I take that back. Second little thing. First thing I did, I'm an idiot, and I left the lights on it overnight, and it killed the battery, and it went out. And when I went out to start it, it didn't start, and that was like 2 days after I got it. And I thought I bought a bad Corvette. Luckily, I'm just a moron. But the second thing, it was just last Saturday, and I just got it back 2 days ago. But I picked up an Allen wrench somehow in the back tire, and this car does have run flats, luckily, but yeah, there was a small gauge Allen wrench hanging out of my tire, and I took it in for service, and they were able to do a tire repair for about $58 rather than a complete replacement. I was prepared that I was gonna have to go spend $1,000 just buy 2 new rear tires, because I've had some awful experiences with vehicles in the past getting flat tires, and they were always all-wheel drive though, so you have to replace 4. On this, luckily, I walked away not replacing anything. So as far as maintenance goes, I haven't really done much to it. I'm gonna do probably an oil change and drain all the fluids, all of that fun stuff. But it's pretty much a bone stock car. It's got an upgraded cold air intake. I have racing wires and racing plugs on it. Right now, it's still a fun car though. It's, as I mentioned, 400 is what it's rated at. It runs about probably 4.20 to 60. It's very, very comparable. A little hair slower than a C5Z, but still, a fun car. And I was debating between this and a C5Z. I still love a C5Z, and I've never kicked myself for getting this, but the target top is extremely enjoyable to have off in the summertime. With that being said, versus the FRC would be the maybe slight downside in the Z06 from the C5 Gen, which is still going to be a car that I'm going to own someday. One thing I really do love about this is just the range of the gears. You can pull so hard from second gear. You can go from 10 miles an hour or 0 stop pretty much to 70 in second. You can take off in as high as 5th gear if you really want to, and it's just real fun to row. At the end of the day, it's a manual car. It's meant to be driven. I do drive it. I do enjoy it. It runs great. It has 68,000 miles on it now. There's no rattles on the inside of this car. As we go over any bumps or anything, you hear rattles. It's little things like sunglasses or just stuff I have like laying on my seat. As far as one of my things I do not care for about this car, and I don't think it's just this Corvette, obviously, it's any Corvette, I'm not tall, and it's actually a pain in the ass to get in and out of. I have a very slender one-car garage. It's kind of a bitch to get in and out of, just to be honest with you, but if that's my biggest complaint with it, I can live with it. It's just fun to drive. You get a lot of looks in it. It's yellow. It's yellow C6 with a manual. It's unfortunately, it's not a wide body or Z06 or anything, but I think I saved about probably 20 grand at the time by going with 100 less horsepower with an LS2 car over a like an 08 Z06, which was about $44,000 at that time. So it was just I feel like I made a good purchase decision, and I feel like this will retain its value reasonably well over the next, I don't know, 15, 20 years, 30 years, as long as I feel like keeping it. I'll keep it as long as I want to until I decide to get something else or I run out of garage space. I have quite a few other wants that we'll talk about later. But as you can hear, it runs pretty strong. It's fun to drive. I oftentimes do like to hit what I call the fun button. It's right down here. It's your traction control button. I like to turn off the traction control. I would love to do it for you. I just don't want to throw you guys to the side of the car, but we'll pull hard here in a second. It still gets up and goes. It's as fast as most modern cars for being a 16-year-old Corvette, and I love the way it sounds. Even though it's stock, the stock exhaust is not intimidating whatsoever, and you always hear a lot of hatred out of people that on the stock exhaust on these. I don't mind it because I guess I'm old, but if I have somebody in the car with me, I want to be able to talk to them. I don't want to be droned out just by loud obnoxiousness or straight pipe or mufflerly maybe, but I don't want anything too loud. I see these Mustangs and Hellcats, and it's just like, it just seems so unenjoyable to even ride in that, let alone drive it on a daily basis, because it's just so freaking loud. I guess I'm just getting one when the exhaust gets too loud. But I don't know, I may put exhaust in this. I plan on doing some modifications to it as I park it away for the winter while it sits on the battery tender. I'm gonna first things first, I think I'm gonna change out all the light bulbs internally. I know it sounds like a big project, but I'm just gonna put LEDs in. It'll probably do a lot for the feel of the car on the inside. When you turn the lights on, you'll be able to see everything a little bit more clearly. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put LED side markers on it. I'd like to tint the windows. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to take that in to have that done. And I'd also like to wrap the top in a gloss black. One thing I am debating about, and I'm kind of torn, do I buy a second set of wheels, like a black set of wheels? And I don't know if they'll fit, but would C8 wheels fit on this car? You guys feel free to reply to me in the comments below. Just kind of curious to know, even if would 2023 or 2022 or 2020 C8 Corvette wheels fit on a narrow body C6 LS2 car? Love to have a black set though, with some good all-season tires, or maybe I'll take these chrome wheels off, because I personally think they're hideous, and it's my least favorite thing about the car, the ugly stock factory chrome wheels on it. I'd like to powder coat them either gloss black, matte black, or maybe even I love the C5 Z06 wheels. I think they look great, or just anything other than these, or I don't want any C4 wheels, those, unless I had a C4. But yeah, I'm going to try and keep it semi-period correct and not modify this car too heavily. I plan on keeping it, like I said, unless I come across just a great deal on a Z06 or find something else I'm looking for right now. Trans Am. I don't know. I like a lot of different cars, so and I tend not to keep them very long. But it's been a great car. It has a few little minor things wrong with it, but it's nothing you can't live with, and it's it's nitpicky at best. The zipper on the back of the seat is broken. I need to just get that either fixed. I don't even know who to begin to take that to other than a car upholstery. It's low priority. Doesn't really matter that much to me. That'd be one of the things. And then I'm an idiot, so I pulled the button off, or the clip off of the car for the hood, and it's not actually the release. It's just a piece of plastic next to the release. I ripped that off on accident trying to open the hood because I hadn't done it before when I first bought this car, because I'm an idiot. And then other than that, I wouldn't say there's really much wrong with it. This car had paint correction done to it, and I took some time and actually just really cleaned it up good, made it look real pretty, waxed it, or ceramic coated it perhaps at this point. Yeah, this car would look probably brand spanking. Sorry about that. All right. Those roundabouts will get you. Thanks for watching. I wanted to give you a very honest opinion of what it was like owning this C6 Corvette, how the decision was on my end, and would I do it again? Absolutely. It's been super enjoyable. I've gotten a lot of use out of this thing so far. I've only had it for about 8 months, and I drive it all the time. It's a blast. I love it. There's a ton of positives to it, and not very many drawbacks. It's real fun. I would highly recommend picking one up for $24,000. It's I think it'll probably be worth a little bit more than $24,000 15, 20 years from now, when you can't get that V8 manual rear-wheel drive altogether anymore. But hey, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out with building the channel. I appreciate it. Talk soon.